Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TeamDownTv's coverage of the ACL Pro Day 2 Online League of Legends tournament. My name is Menace, and joining me once again is Place.
Hey, man.
Alright, so this match is between the one-legged Bandits and Apotheosis Olympus, and it is a remake, so all those bands are actually just fake bands. So you can see they spelled hot over there with the Heimerdinger Ariana Tryndamere band. So unsure of the exact bands. I can find out for you guys. I'll see if anyone will be able to tell me, but they are already getting things locked in place.
Yeah, definitely. So seeing that these teams were already done earlier on, we'll just kind of discuss how they work together. So taking a look, Nami, Nautilus, Karthus, Misfortune and Kale onto the blue team, which is one-legged Bandits. And for Olympus we have Zed, Sona, Zach, Kennen and Caitlyn. And actually we have interesting team comps. We've got, like, you know, a poke orientated team by the looks of it on Olympus. Got a lot of quick engage and quick disengage with, you know, Zed can jump around with his shadows and Zach can jump all around with less bounce. But I've got a pretty big wombo combo style team coming out of one-legged Bandits with the Nami tidal wave, the Misfortune ult as well, comboing really nicely.
For sure. Zed, actually, he's been nerfed to the ground a little bit. He has lost a lot of his pushing potential and wave clear potential. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. But taking a look at the junglers here, we got Nautilus and Zach, both really prime junglers right now in the Australian meta. Picked quite a lot actually through this tournament as well. Nautilus loved for his quick clear and strong ganks, and Zach as well for his engage and team fight control. So they'll be definitely the champs to watch as this game progresses. But taking a look at the bot lane, Menace, how do you reckon that's going to play down?
So we got Nami, who has been buffed a little bit recently, and she's come back into favoritism, that's for sure. And the knock-up on her is huge. What the time spent in air is a massive knock-up. So you're going to have, Caitlyn's range tied in with Sona's poke versus Nami's huge knock-up and Misfortune. She's got a fair bit of poke as well. I think, though, that Caitlyn and Sona will come out on top in the bot lane matchup. She can do, like, just the range and the poke on those guys will probably keep Nami and Misfortune down a bit.
Yeah, definitely. But I think Misfortune is one of the AD carries that can try and go toe-to-toe with Caitlyn. But of course, Caitlyn having that advantage definitely going to pay in her favor. And you got to remember, with these big Australian pings, having, you know, a small advantage on range can actually play out to be a big advantage in lane, just due to the delay that these players suffer. But taking a look at some of the other lanes, it looks like we're going to have Greg Owens on his Karthus in the mid lane, probably taking on GodDot on his Zed, and that's actually a really good matchup for Zed, I think. And I think it's a good idea that Greg Owens has taken that exhaust to deal with that. What do you reckon his idea is behind that exhaust?
Try and keep Zed as close as possible to Karthus to get the damage down. Like, Zed to go all in is going to have to be on top of Karthus, and he's going to be within range of his damage. So that'd be his thinking, I reckon, is when Zed does go all in, he can throw down an exhaust. He's probably got points in the masteries to try and keep that does do the debuff, so he'll have magic resist drop as well as armor, and I think that might be the reason he's gone for that exhaust.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that's one of the best ways to beat out a Zed, is to try and build or spec your champion to counter his ultimate. And if you can shut down his damage during that short period when the death mark is on you, you can really take a lot of that damage out of that burst. So a good choice there by Karthus, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Back to Nautilus, he's such a really strong jungler. I really do think that fairly early on, Zach is going to have a bit of trouble keeping up with the ganks from Nautilus. I mean, all it's going to take is a bit of boots of mobility on Nautilus. He's going to be everywhere, just pulling ganks. We also haven't mentioned anything about Kale. Kale probably going to be up in the top lane, do you think, Place?
I think so. We could see a Karthus top lane as well. I mean, it has been done in some of the more professional games over in America, but I think Kale is a stronger top laner out of the two, simply because she has a heal, which gives her a speed buff as well, so she can move around and try and escape ganks, as well as that invulnerability. And I think that's one of the more important things to remember when you're in the top lane, is that you're definitely going to be ganked quite a bit, and you have to watch out for that. So Kale probably going to be in that top lane against a Kennen, and I think that lane could go either way. It'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, Kale can keep a fair bit of range on Kennen, which would be good. And I guess her ultimate, she's going to have to use it in a defensive manner at all times on Kennen. Kennen's probably going to be looking to go on all in onto Kale as much as possible to try and shut her down early game. She snowballs so hard late game plays. She is very strong, very late game champion.
The great thing about Kale, I think, as well, is if she does go for, a huge AP build, not just the on-hit attack speed style build, so we might be seeing something like a Lichbane as well as the Death Cap, maybe a Deathfire's Grasp as well. She can do some huge amounts of damage with a single Q and a few auto attacks, so Kennen has to watch for that one as well. And the slow coming out of Kale's first Q as well will also definitely stop his engage, slow down that lightning rush, and set up some nice trades for him as well. So it might be Kale with the advantage in the top lane, but we'll definitely have to watch that one.
Alright, and I believe it's Apotheosis on the blue side, so they're up the top, and one-legged Bandits down the bottom, is that right?
I think I'm not sure actually, so we'll have to find out on these teams. I think it was Apotheosis on blue.
APG. Apotheosis is blue, confirmed from our cameraman. Alright, so Apotheosis Olympus up there on blue side, one-legged Bandits down there on the red side, and I believe Apotheosis Olympus taking out UMart, one of the top teams in this tournament for in the previous match in this losers bracket. So a few upsets today, plays. It's been a pretty good day. Yesterday was really good as well.
Yeah, so we'll have to watch how Apotheosis move through this game. If they are a top team, seeing some great players actually from both of these teams, so have to keep an eye on how this game plays out. Taking a look at level 1s though, we're seeing pretty much a standard opening, the rush down the mid lane for blue side, and a defensive play from the red team here, which is one-legged Bandits throwing down that ward. Doesn't quite get taken out, so good job there.
Yeah, Zed picking up a longsword and 2 pots first. He could be having a bit of trouble sustaining against Karthus, who has got himself a crystalline flask, a fair bit more sustain than Zed has in lane. So probably not going to be seeing a very aggressive Zed early on. He's going to have to just farm his best using his Q. I believe it's called the Razor Shuriken. That's right. Using his Razor Shuriken, try and farm up as best he can at range from Kassadin. But that Shuriken's pretty short range play, so I think he might have a bit of trouble.
Yeah, so this lane is going to be pretty tough for Kennen initially. I think even though he's a manaless champion, the sustain that Kale actually has will make it pretty tough for him, I think, as well as the ranged farm. So we'll have to watch how Kennen survives in this lane. But once he does get a bit of spell vamp with probably the Gunblade, which is what he might be going for, he should be alright.
So I'm going to quickly run through the teams while we are waiting around. Not much level 1 action going on, pretty much a defensive strat from both teams. However, for Apotheosis Olympus up in the top lane, we're going to have Kale being played by Drones in Jail. In the mid lane, Greg Owens on that Karthus. Down in bot lane is going to be Rhapsody on the Nami, and accompanying her will be Josh Hong on the Misfortune. And over in the jungle is Nautilus. How about over on the one-legged Bandits? Can you cover that for us, please?
So, going to take a look at the bot lane. Initially, going to be a close matchup actually, the MF Nami lane taking on the Caitlyn Sona. We'll have to watch how Sona decides to poke out this lane, see if she chooses just to control the bush or actually play a more of aggressive lane. Nami already throwing out the Aqua Prison, did whiff, but definitely looking for a bit of pressure early on.
Yeah, that Rhapsody landing one of those knockups from Nami could be pretty much devastating at level 1 for the guys down in bot lane, and to secure them a kill. Nautilus picking up his double buffs, maybe head towards bot lane or mid lane, try and get a gank. He doesn't seem like he wants to go up top just yet. Kennen already being level 2, picking up his electrical surge, so he can just escape pretty much from anything right now.
Yeah, and we're seeing Zach just sitting around the side. Ward does spot him out though, so Karthus is going to be pretty safe there. Just decides to back off, no worries at all. I think in the bot lane though, watching Rhapsody throwing out a lot of those Aqua Prisons as well, and it's a good idea because at the level 1, with such a good CC move like that, Aqua Prison.
Mid lane now.
Oh, a bit of a fight going, and actually a bit onto Goddard. He's just get exhausted and run away. A lot of damage, flashes the wall, a good choice there. Didn't want to take any more of those Skittles to the face from Karthus, So taking a lot of damage though, and that's going to definitely hurt him.
Yeah, a good trade for Apotheosis Olympus in mid lane. Karthus was a bit hesitant to use his exhaust early on. I think it could have been the death of Zed if he used exhaust. Sorry, Zac. Death of Zac if he'd used his exhaust on Zac fairly early on, but he decided to save it and use it on Zed. They both went fairly low, and the damage was dealt evenly across both of them, and unable to secure a kill. Caitlyn now getting very aggressive though.
Yeah, had to be careful. Misfortune was taking a lot of poke. An Aqua Prism got thrown out, didn't land, and she was moving up a bit aggressively to try and respond to that. But because it didn't hit, Caitlyn turned the damage around and definitely punished Josh right there for taking that more aggressive position in lane.
Yeah, Karthus going back and picking up a cloth arm and a couple of wards. Zed is also going to be heading back. Will he pick up some boots maybe, or a long sword? Have a look how much money he's got, sitting on 350 gold. Caitlyn does get knocked up. Nautilus is there though, place.
Yeah, this could be a problem. The exhaust goes down. The dredge line as well. He's going to get knocked up. Pulled in as well. The looks like not much going to come off of that gank. She does get out with the help of Flash and a 90 caliber net, so a good choice to get out of there. If that Riptide landed though, we could have seen a kill possibly.
Yeah, very close. Very lucky Caitlyn getting away. That dredge line was a great dredge line from Nautilus. Like, that was max range. He landed it perfectly.
Yeah, definitely nice skill shot there. Definitely a bit more pressure in the bot lane actually. Josh has to be a bit careful. Takes the minion aggro as well. Gets chunked down to about 120 health. Has to be careful here. This could be a 90 caliber net in and auto attack from Caitlyn to finish that off, so she has to be careful.
Yeah, Piltover Peacemaker could pretty much end it as well. Alright, a little bit of aggression mid lane down on the Gregones. Now, Zed actually, he picked up a Vampiric Scepter. So, he needs to go a bit more sustain in lane. He's picked up some health pots as well as a ward to keep vision going on around there. And Zed is poking his head around looking for possible gank. Knock up onto Sona.
Oh, so this could be the fight here. Josh going pretty aggressive onto Sona. The slow comes out. A nice choice there for the use of the power cord. And just going to back out actually. Not too much from that little engage.
That's right. Interesting choice of items for Kennen. It's been pretty popular lately since the change to the pots for top lane. Going a rejuvenation bead for Kennen just to try and keep him sustained, and so he's going rejuve bead 5 pots. I believe that's the pretty much standard starting build now for top lane, seeing as that Elixir have Fortitude has been nerfed with an extra gold price. But yeah, so bot lane is pretty much fairly even though Misfortune's not doing so well at getting poked down. She's doing pretty well with the CS though. 4 CS ahead right now. Which
naturally we're seeing engage. Aqua Prison goes in. The dredge line landed as well. Jesse 94 has to back out. The ignite doesn't go down. Actually, that's the reduced healing from Misfortune's W. They're going to be alright. Karth Assault didn't secure it though.
Barrier as well as a heal from Sona, able to keep her alive on that one. Greg Owens thought he had it in the bag, but Barrier, a good choice for Caitlyn right now.
Yeah, and we have to commend the ward placements from both teams actually, because we're seeing Nautilus and Zac having real troubles ganking these lanes. Wards in the mid lane protecting Karthus and Zed really well, and we just saw the ward at the bot lane pretty much save Jesse's life right there. So a very good good research, I guess you could say, from these teams to know where to put down those wards and when they need them.
Yeah, there's plenty of ward coverage from both of them, that's for sure. It's just lit the whole river up. So I mean, Nautilus is such a strong gankler. He's going to be everywhere at once, and you do need wards.
Yeah.
If you don't have control of vision, then you are in a lot of trouble. One dredge line can pretty much end you. Although the guys down in bot lane have done a pretty good job so far to survive some of the Nautilus ganks that have been happening.
Yeah, one of the great things about Caitlyn and that 90 caliber net is you can't be stopped once you're flying through the air. So pretty much no matter what happens, until Nautilus gets his ultimate, Caitlyn's going to be able to 90 caliber net out of these ganks. So Nautilus definitely looking to get that level 6, only level 4 now, so it's still a while to go.
Not very many pink wards though from bot lane. Sona, I don't think she's actually put any down. She might have earlier on in that try brush, but she doesn't have any control over the vision right now. And,
yeah, definitely. Seeing a bit of aggression in the bot lane. Aqua Prison thrown out. Did miss. The Piltover Peacemaker and 90 caliber net combo from Caitlyn, really good at harassing and making sure you stay safe at the same time. So Good mechanics there.
Sure, Kennen going back, picking himself up, a Seeker's arm guard straight away, and a Stinger onto Kale, giving her that extra attack speed as well as the cooldown reduction. She'll be able to keep up her Righteous Fury and continue to push waves fairly hard into this top turret. But Zach is around the area. Kale could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's going to go in. He's got the red buff. A nice flash to make sure that didn't land. Slicing Maelstrom, but the ultimate from Kale going to block a lot of that damage. Could this be a turnaround kill? Drones can't actually chase that one. The lightning rush getting Kennen off into safety. Drone's going to have to back out there. Doesn't want to pursue that.
Wow, and bot lane, there was plenty of action going on. Ace in a hole from Caitlyn, almost killing Misfortune, forcing out the barrier on her for her to survive. Karthus' ulti is a fair way from, well, it's not too far from being up, but that would have changed a few things, definitely. There was 2 fights going on simultaneously, top and bot lane, but still 10 minutes in and no first blood. The nice Aqua Prison right down onto Caitlyn. So I'm just going to heal her up there. And
could be a kill. They're waiting on that Requiem from Karthus. As soon as that's up, we could see the all-in at the bot lane. They don't want to force anything though until they know that they have that skill ready to secure whatever gets away. That coming down as well to maybe force something here. Could be looking for this slingshot. The ulti from Sona does land. Rhapsody is going to be dancing all over the place right there. She is very low, taken down from the Caitlyn auto attack, and the Requiem gets casted. Actually, for the top lane, picks up Kennen while he was chasing drones in jail. Kale going to be able to get out of that one. Very close call.
Wow, that was huge. Kale diving down onto Kennen, knowing that Zach was in that bot lane and communicating with Karthus, saying, "Oh, I'm going to dive here." He escaped. They both were escaping with bugger all health out from that turret. Kale getting away just in time, and the Requiem landing and picking up a kill onto Kennen. So that's going to help out a lot for Kale. She's also picked up an amplifying tome. Going to be building that Nash's Tooth pretty early on.
Yeah, and that's not good for Kennen either. He was doing decently well at keeping up in CS and lane pressure, I guess, for a while, until just recently it fell off, and that kill definitely not going to help him. So he has been building the Seeker's Arm Guard, moving towards most likely a Zhonya's Hourglass, which will be great for team fighting, but not so great in this lane. Kale doing a lot of magic damage, so the extra armor doesn't really give him much. And
maybe he had thought that Kale was going for a more of a physical damage build, but she's gone straight for AP.
Yeah, this is the more common Kale build, the Stinger into something like a Nash's Tooth. Just the attack speed and the AP along with it. The buff to Nash's Tooth as well. Actually, a fight coming in, the ulti coming out of MF, not going to really secure anything. Caitlyn going to return with some damage. Still not enough either way, just trading blows 1 for 1. Both teams going to be perfectly fine though, and just go back to the farm game.
Yeah, Tidal Wave and Aqua Prison landing on a Caitlyn, but she still survives. It's huge. And top lane now.
Yeah, the dredge lane goes in, and the ultimate death charge going to knock him up there. Kennen in trouble. Lightning rushes down. The splicing Maelstrom gets popped as well, but he's going to be taken out by drones in jail. Popping a nice Q there on. Sorry, a nice kill there on Kale. Well done to him. Oh, and another fight in the bot lane. It's going to be MF being taken down and Nami soon to follow. Zach doing big work down there, popping out with his ulti and smashing down their health bars.
So much action going on at the same time. Seems the bot and top lane just want to go all in at the exact same time. This is going to be quite an easy dragon. The guys over on the one-legged bandits. Sona and Misfortune going very aggressive. Not expecting Zed to come around through that bot lane and pick up a kill. Karthus now could be in trouble.
Oh yeah, he's in big trouble here. The slingshot comes over, going to knock him up. He will be flashing the wall actually. Can he get away? Zed soon to follow. He's waiting on that energy regen. Walks towards the wall maybe to try and bait a flash, but it didn't happen. The Karthus ultimate going to be popped. Not much happening there. Does Nautilus have his ultimate? No, 83 seconds. He's not going to be able to throw that out. And could this be a trap? He's walked into 3 people and the burst damage coming out. He is going to be taken out really quickly right there by Goddot. Nice kill for Zed. Now 4-0.
Wow, huge change in power for the guys over on one-legged bandits. A lot of mistakes from Apotheosis Olympus there. Karthus being caught out. Zach just was able to jump over the wall, knock him up. The flash even over into red buff just wasn't near enough for Karthus to escape. And then Nautilus running into 3 members of the one-legged bandits. And face checking brush is not a good thing to do.
Yeah, the response time on Zed to jump that red buff wall was really fast as well, making sure he didn't lose vision of Greg Owens, so very good reaction time there.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Kale in top lane is snowballing pretty hard. She's got herself a Fiendish Codex as well as the Sorcerer's Shoes. So much armor penetration and the 30 gold lead as well as 1 kill and assist to Kennen 0-2-0, which isn't looking very good for him right now. He hasn't got any magic resist that I can see. I'm going to click on him. Let's have a look. He's only got 32 magic resist. I'm assume that's from his Runes of Masteries. But apart from that, no items to really back that up, and he's paying for it right now.
Yeah, he's about 30 CS behind as well, losing a lot of this lane pressure. Of course, his tower was taken as well, so he's in a bit of trouble, and I think this is the phase of the game where Kennen should really just try and shove the lane and roam, but Kale doing a good job. Actually, the dive coming in, Zed gonna take out Carthus with the ulti. Sorry, I just missed that one. There was a pretty big dive there as well. Use the Blade of the Ruined King for a bit of health. Make sure he's comes out of that one alive.
5-0 unstoppable. We've got a Blade of the Ruined King and a Brutalizer doing a lot of damage, and he tower dived Carthus. Carthus was almost full health. It didn't take much for him to pop.
Oh yeah, Carthus definitely struggling here. He's looking to get that Zhonya's as well to try and pop that stasis when the death mark goes down. But until he has that, he's going to be struggling a bit.
Kale now looking to try and take him down, ignite onto him.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to get that kill with the auto attack. Oh man, been watching the bot lane. There is a fight. Yeah. The crescendo goes down. Norla's choosing to dive actually. He's taking the tower. The ulti and the Q coming out of MF going to pick up the kill on Kaelin. Nicely done there, but Josh going so deep. It's going to get taken out. The last tower shot to secure that kill. It's going to go to Zach, who did slingshot in. A nice job there. And that'll be a 2 for 2. Sorry, a 2 for 1. And the kill on Zed going to Kale in the mid lane as well, just earlier on.
Wow, so much map pressure from the one-legged bandits. Although the guys on Apotheosis Olympus are catching up slow. They're only 2k behind. Kale now using the advantage she has from that top lane to go through the mid and try and get some map presence by taking down that mid turret. And it looks like it's going to be a lane swap possibly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they go for this lane swap. Because Carthus can definitely push these waves really fast and keep the pressure on top, which is what they want. And also, he's got the Requiem, so does have that global presence without actually having to lean a lane, so it makes sense. But the question is, can Kale with this Zed any better?
I feel as Kale is a better counter to Zed, that's for sure, with her ultimate. As soon as she sees Zed throw it down, all she needs to do is just ult Q herself, get that ultimate ticking down on her, negate all that damage. By that time, you know, Zed is already up in your face. You can slow him down, do a ton of damage. Now, I think for Apotheosis Olympus, swapping the mid and top lane right now is the best decision. You've got a Kennen who's behind and a Carthus who's behind, and you put them in top lane, they might be able to do fairly even against each other, whereas Kale is fairly ahead and Zed is fairly ahead, and that matchup is a little bit better.
Oh yeah, Zed definitely ahead right here, 5-1. He did get taken out and that killing spree bonus was given away, but he is doing work for his team right now and definitely in a good position to carry this mid game. So he's going to be looking just to defend that tower as much as he can and look for opportunities to roam. Until that happens though, it's just going to be a pretty quiet game.
Yep, Zed, their bot lane, they knock up onto Caitlyn.
Yeah, the Acro Prism and the Tidal Wave to follow right in the wave, gets knocked up, and the ultimate coming out of MF to do a bit of damage, but Jesse going to be alright, taken away. The ulti coming out of Caitlyn, no, it gets blocked, and the Requiem soon to follow, doesn't finish her off. Nautilus going to be going deep here, he's pretty squishy actually, he has the locket at his disposal, but they can't chase that. Zach is going to slingshot out of there. Actually, Kale coming in around the side. Can she pick anything up? The focus will be on Sona. The ulti does land, but he is going to be fine. Just walk out of there. And that'll be the end of the fight in the top lane. A lot of pressure going down. Kennen actually might be taken out. He has taken a lot of damage from Carthus right here. Has to flash. The Juke shoes are on. The slicing Maelstrom and the Zon is a nice choice there. Can they clean up this kill? Yes! No! He does get taken down by the Carthus, but they do pick up a kill in return. A nice job there from both teams. Oh, more fighting. It is going to be... No, sorry. They're just going to back out. A 4v2 situation, looking to take out that tower. Wow, Menace. Action all over the map right now.
You can't keep up with everything that's going on. Looks like bot lane is going to fall pretty easily. Kale's going to chase down Caitlyn though. She land a slow down onto her. Oh wow!
Yeah, she's looking for the reckoning. Does land the flash force from Jessie94. She's going to get out of there, and the last slap in the face, baseball it is. She's going to be taken out by drones.
Yeah, home run for sure on that one. It was huge play from Drones in Jail. He's doing really well on Kale right now. They picked up some more map presence. Zed though going to take away top lane. That Karthus fight would have been pretty much all over for Kennen if Zed wasn't in the area. Yeah, mid lane's just roaming everywhere right now.
Yeah, taking a look at that top lane fight as well. Kennen did a really good job to almost take kill and to survive. A bit of a fight actually. Nami in a bit of trouble. No, she's going to be fine backing away from that. But as we were saying, Kennen just needed Karthus to be killed that slight bit earlier so he could survive. Took a lot of damage from the zombie as well, and it's the second he came out of his Zhonya's did take a skittle to the face, so that is what eventually cleaned him up. But it was a good job by Zed to come anyway. And as we say that, he's going back in onto Greg Owens. He's going to be taken out here. The death mark absolutely takes away his health. He's going to be taken out. Goddot, sorry, taking quite a bit of damage as well in return.
Alright, mid lane though, there's another trade again. It's going so slow. Drones Jail doing so much damage, but Zed almost falling to that Karthus. A few good skittles gonna really helped him get fairly low, and he has head back. As he's gone back though, looks like the Apotheosis Olympus want to try and take out a dragon. There are no wards for the guys of one-legged bandits around here, so they don't have a clue what is going on, or if they do, they're just going to let it run. And blue team picks up themselves a nice and easy dragon. They try and push a bit of an advantage. The gold lead is still in the favor of one-legged bandits as well as 2 kills. So a little bit of catch-up time for Apotheosis Olympus.
Yeah, so one-legged bandits took the game by storm early, and we saw Goddot really proving true to his name, running around, ganking and doing so well. But now it's really turned on their faces right here. Olympus taking the lead now from some really amazing plays by Drones in Jail on his Kale, and as well from the bot lane. MF Nami doing a good job making sure they don't lose to that Kaylin Sona lane despite the early pressure that they suffered.
Well, kind of weird that Nautilus started his red buff and decided to just go back. I don't know what the decision there was. Maybe he felt that he was in danger. They do have one ward there, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's just gone and picked himself up.
So he might have done that either to go and grab it now and just save a bit of time on it so he can get a bit more time on the map with it, or perhaps they're going to look to give that away to MF, which could be a good choice. The red buff could definitely change her situation in the bot lane.
That is for sure. Now, Hextrigger being picked up on Zed I think is a good item, especially with Kale and Karthus doing so much magic damage. He's got himself some Merc treads as well. You can see Zed and Kale mid lane now just going to trade back and forth, but God, Kale is a beast. She's got a Horning Guise as well as a Gnashless Tooth. The Sork shoes helping as well. Do a bit of that magic penetration. So yeah, I don't think Zed's going to have much fun versing her in the mid lane. Kennen though picking up a Zhonya's Hourglass, pretty standard build for him. He'll be able to he used that in the last team fight to his advantage, but unfortunately Zed was not there in time, and Karthus picked up the kill. So pretty much back to laning phase now, place.
Yeah, pretty much. Zach was sitting around in the tri-bush looking for a slingshot, but in the mid lane we're seeing so much pressure from Drones. Actually, I thought he might go for that dive. His range ran out, so he chose not to. Good choice there as well. Kennen doing a good job just farming up the top lane. Really needs to either push it deep or go and roam. He can't afford to just sit there and not really make use of this time, and so he is going to go for that roaming option, which is a good choice.
Yeah, going to head down mid lane, try and help out with the defending of this mid turret. If the guys from... Oh, here we go. Godot does go in, though.
Yeah, the Reckoning landing on Caitlyn. She does have the vision advantage. She didn't auto-attack when she went to the bush. Got a bit of time, but it doesn't matter. The kill's going to go. And in the mid lane, we're having a team fight as well. Let's Bounce was popped from Zach. That's an all over in that fight. Rhapsody taking some damage. The red buff slowing him down. Here comes Kennen. That's 1 proc. That'll be 2. And the kill going down onto Nami. She will be taken out. Nautilus going to look to run here, but Drones has arrived and they see that and they're on the run now. They don't want to get caught here. This will be Sona being taken out, and the second kill to Kennen as well. Did pick up the kill on Nautilus, which was a good job there. Can Zach get away? Looks like he can. He has the slingshot in about 4 seconds, so he should be safe. Drones out of mana, can't afford to get a slowdown onto him.
Wow, huge team fight for one-legged Bandits. Doing a pretty good job picking up the few kills there. But Zach going to have to defend this mid turret now. Kale has got absolutely 0 mana, although Zach is right on top of Karthus and he's be able to defend that one. So they keep that mid turret alive. It's very essential to that map awareness play.
Oh yeah, Sass doing a good job. Just going to jump in there. It could have been risky, but Kale had no mana, so he's perfectly safe and a good job defending that one.
Sure, alright, Kale going to head back. She would be sitting on a bit of gold. She's got herself a Leandry's Torment now, doing a lot of damage. She's got about 151 ability power, and so much attack speed with that Nash's Tooth. She can just dish out a lot of damage, especially in the AoE situation before, where Sona and Kennen were right next to each other. And she was attacking Kennen, but Sona was dying quicker than the Kennen that she was attacking.
Yeah. That splash damage, so big.
The splash damage is huge, just huge. Alright, and it won't be long now before Dragon is back up. Should be poking around
God
there.
needs to be careful. Slow goes down. He's going to have to shadow dash out of there. Might actually get away. They're in hot pursuit though, a 3v1. He can't actually fight, so is he going to be able to get away? Yes, they choose not to follow. He did have his shadow again in about 3 seconds, so good choice there.
Probably a good idea. They didn't really have vision on, or they do have vision on Kennen and Sona, Caitlyn, but Zach, they didn't have any idea where he was. They thought, you know what, let's just play it safe. We'll back away from this one. We probably won't be able to kill him. He can just juke all day anyway. Zach, though, going in.
Yeah, so this could be the team fight. Slow did land onto Rhapsody. He's just baiting for his team right now, buying a bit of time. The Let's Bounce being popped and the Nami wave coming out. The ultimate from MF did a bit of damage, but it mostly whiffed. The crescendo hits one person, and the slicing maelstrom coming in as well. The procs all onto Nautilus. He is the target of the fight. He'll be taken out. He was out of mana as well, so fairly useless. The flash in by Greg Dot. He's going real deep for this one. He wants this Kennen kill, but he doesn't get it. The lightning rush going to secure that, and Jessie jumping over the wall with flash to make sure she lives as well. Greg owns a 1v4 situation. Oh, he actually runs out of mana right before he Zhonya's, so he didn't have any damage while in that. God. The ultimate, could this be a quadra kill? No, just a double for him. Rhapsody on the release, on the run now. 4 for 2 trade, and almost a pentakill actually from that Requiem. That would have been awesome for, Owns right there if he picked that up, but not quite.
Greg doing a good job of just trying to keep the damage, keep himself alive with that Zhonya's, and if that was, that would have been a pentakill almost. If he had a few more items, a bit more AP, I mean, he's only really got himself a Rod of Ages, which hasn't really stacked up too far just yet, as well as that Zhonya's Hourglass. So his Requiem right now is doing 660 damage roughly, excluding obviously all sorts of magic resist that the team One-Legged Bandits do have from various sources. The biggest thing that probably helped out with that Requiem would have been the Runic Bulwark on Zach. And Dragon is up now, so it looks like the guys from Apotheosis Olympus going to take their second Dragon for the game. They've got all of them pretty much, I think. I think they may have got the first one as well.
Oh yeah, they're pushing a big lead here now. Struggled a bit in the early lane phase because of that Zed roam, but they're definitely taking what needs to be taken right now. Complete control of these team fights as well. A bit of a mess up actually in the last one, but overall they're proving to be all right, even though they lost that team fight, picking up the Dragon as well as defending that mid tower. So, you know, they're not doing too bad, and it looks like Apotheosis Olympus definitely looking in a prime contention to take this game.
That is for sure. Yeah, it's a very close game, even though there's a few mid tower has gone down. You know, the guys over at Olympus, they've picked up 2 turrets in top and bot lane, so they're keeping up with gold on global objectives, as well as a couple of dragons. The only real difference here is the 5 kills, which is as well as a CS difference between Zed and the rest of the team, and they're looking to push down mid turret. They did pick themselves up that mid turret without any contention at all place.
Yeah, so what Apotheosis Olympus really needs to do right now to make sure that they can win this game is to make sure that their combos land at the same time. In the last team fight, we saw it was so close to a Karthus ultimate getting a pentakill, but what actually changed that, and what meant it didn't happen was the Misfortune ulti whiffed a little bit and didn't really get much damage down, as well as the ultimate from Nami only knocking up a few people. So if they can get these combos to land together, then that's what is going to need to happen if they want to win this game.
I think item choices there for Misfortune may, you know, make her ultimate a little bit better. A Last Whisper would probably help out a lot with the armor shred.
Oh yeah.
Because there's plenty of armor on the side of one-legged bandits, especially coming out from that runic bulwark. Looks like she just picked up an Infinity Edge, so maybe she's going to go for a Last Whisper next, maybe not. Going for more of the auto attack damage, single target damage type carry for Misfortune, and they're going to be starting to go around trying to defend this bot lane. Will we see an engaged place?
So this will be the 5v5 in the bot lane. The hook actually onto the minion. Not sure if that was intentional or not. Both teams a bit edgy. I don't think Apotheosis want to start a fight here, considering how the last one went. And they do really need that Last Whisper onto MF, because she's struggling against the the plethora of armor items that one-legged bandits do have. But the slingshot is being channeled. No, he's going to choose to back out of that one. So just having it ready in case he needs to jump in, which is a good choice. Actually, the Aqua Prism gonna land, and the Depth Charge to follow. Nami Wave, everyone gonna get knocked up, the Slicing Maelstrom, but he gets exhausted. It doesn't do much damage. Greg owns forced to Zhonya's really early in that fight, but they're pushing in now. They're all so low. Can they pick up these kills and get the victory for them right here? Josh Hong gonna be taking down so much damage from that ultimate from Zed, and she almost dies, but she does live. The ultimate from Karthus now might be able to pick up the kill on Kennen. Yes, it does. The ace, a 5 for 2, going heavily in the favor of Apotheosis Gaming here. They're going to push on and take out this bot tower.
Olympus doing really good in that last team fight, really well, I should say. Greg owns popping that Zhonya's at a crucial time at the back, doing a fair bit of damage onto Zac, and just huge tidal wave from Nami. That was a really well-timed tidal wave. Helped out, as well as the ultimate from Nautilus. That depth charge going down onto Zed, that was he's just gone, that's it, I need to take this Zed out, and Zed was not able to do a thing in that team fight. They saw where the damage is coming from, they just blocked it straight out, took Zed out, deleted him from the map completely, and then Karthus just went all in. He's like, come on guys, kill me, I'm just going to Requiem and kill you all anyway.
Yeah, Karthus did a really good job in that fight. I thought his Zhonya was a bit early, but he did it perfectly in the end. What happened was, as the counter engage came in from one-legged bandits, he chose to back out really fast, and Zhonya's there. He still had his pull up, so he was still doing a bit of damage, but because he was out of that fight, by the time he came back, everyone was really low, and he just flashed back into the fight, had his Defile going, started putting down the Skittles, and he absolutely melted down their team. And that was the turning point in the fight, where we saw the four-man retreat from one-legged bandits, and that was sealing the deal right there with the Requiem as well.
It was a really well-timed team fight from all members of Olympus. They have done very well to pretty much gain the lead back in this game. Even though they're down on kills, they are just up on gold now. They have really got map control, 4 towers to 2, and I didn't expect this. I really thought one-legged bandits looked really good at the start of this game and could turn it around, but Olympus have just come back, mate. They've really done a good job of the team fights, showing that they can coordinate very well and take out key members of one-legged bandits.
Yeah, so Zed can be a bit of a one-trick pony sometimes, just going in and bursting down one character, but as we're seeing, a lot of counterplay from Apotheosis Olympus right now, and the Kale ulti proving to be so strong. Ooh, Dredgeline just missing, but the ulti from Kale proving... Actually, no, this will be the team fight. This is Kennen coming in, riding the wave, gonna knock people up, stopping that engage, nicely done. Could this be the team point? Greg Owens flashing in, so much damage with that Defile, but the Let's Bounce popping down at the rest of the fight. Looks like Kennen gonna have to back out of this one. Will this be MF going down? Yes, she does get taken down. No, she's gonna survive the Requiem going. This is gonna be a triple kill. Yes! Oh, only gets the single actually. I'm not sure where the rest of those kills went. Looks like Zed gonna be running away with a little bit of health. Greg Dot, can he escape? The chase is on.
Wow, more of Mortis saving Godo there. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Someone saying in chat is Godo. So,
sorry.
No, that's cool. It happens all the time. Yeah, the shield from the more of Malmortis saving Zed in that last Requiem would have definitely been a triple kill, and I thought it was going to be, but just wasn't enough damage.
Yeah, I thought we saw the Jesus beam coming down to pick up that triple, but it didn't happen. And what a shame, because that's really what Apotheosis Olympus wanted. It looked like a good team fight for them. They had a nice engage. They stopped the cannon from lightning rushing and slicing Maelstroming into their team right there with the Nami wave. So that was nicely placed, but seems like they didn't have the damage to follow it up. I didn't see, but I think Misfortune got taken out pretty quick by Zed there early on in the fight.
She actually managed to do a fair bit of damage, and she was ulted by Kale, so... Alright, so it's not Godot. Well, someone's trolling. You guys stop trolling me in chat. So what is it? Godot? Or...
It's Godot. Alright, we're going to go with Godot. I like Godot because he's playing pretty godly right now, but apparently not.
Alright, whatever it is. We'll just call him Zed. That works for me. So as I was saying, yeah, Misfortune did survive fairly well in that team fight and got Cannon down to a point where a Karthus Requiem was able to take him out. But like you said, Zed just got in there and deleted her from the map completely. She's been living on the edge, Misfortune. He's doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, definitely. So she's building actually towards a GA, but this could be a kill onto Sona. The Flash Force doesn't want to lose that Oracle. There's quite a bit of time still left on that. It's got about actually about a quarter left, so not too much. But you still want to hang on to it as long as you can. Oracles can be so important in these games.
Yeah, control of vision is key. Vision is a hack. Wards are a hack. Basically, you know, you can see a part of the map for 75 gold is amazing. And you can see that everybody has pretty much, well, I guess it's a little bit more, I suppose, if you buy a sight ward. But ping's coming out now for Baron. There's so much vision for the guys on Olympus for Baron. And do they want to try and take it? There is no red wards around there at all, but you know, all the guys from One-Legged Bandits smelling what's going on, they are about to walk straight onto a ward. Here comes the engage. Will we see a dredge line? There it is.
Oh yeah, it's going to land onto Kaelin. The Nami ultimate and the Misfortune bullet time going to go down. A nice combo. That's what they needed, but the slicing Maelstrom comes in. Bonnie's being popped. Let's bounce as well as the Crescendo going to stun people up. Can they finish this fight? Greg Owens got a nice Zonies as well to make sure he didn't take much damage. The Requiem going to pop. Will pick up a double kill. Nicely done. A 3 for Owen. Zed just surviving. Actually, the Maw of Malmortia is saving him there. So proving to be such an essential pickup for him. This will be the Baron probably going now to Apotheosis Olympus.
Interesting that they didn't try and take out the mid lane. Maybe they'll go there after this. I mean, they've got a fairly long time, 30 seconds for all of the guys that are dead over on One-Legged Bandits. They're probably going to move straight towards this mid lane and take that out. Yes, they are. Another objective, 2 objectives in the team fight. Really well done from Olympus. And from the start of this game to now is a big change. Team fights have been the thing. They have got a really good team fight team. So much AoE damage. You got the tidal wave knock up from Nami, as well as bullet time from Misfortune doing a ton of damage. Yep. And this turret's not going to last very long. Will they go for the next one? They decide to just back out.
So they're utilizing the Karthus damage so well right now. Greg Owens doing such a good job getting into these fights, doing as much damage as he can, and not actually dying. People always say suicide Karthus is the way to go, but Greg, that's not his choice of playstyle right here. He's choosing to survive, and it's working out really well for him. 10 and 6, a great score, and definitely doing a lot for his team right now.
That's right, a big turnaround from the start of the game when Godot was actually 5-0. Karthus was in big trouble, and look at him now. He's turned this around to a 10-6 for Karthus. He's got himself the Seraph's Embrace, looking towards building a Rabadon's Death Cap next, I believe, with his needlessly large rod as well as a blasting wand. I'd say that his Rod of Ages is fully stacked up now. Yeah, it is. Zonya's Hourglass, so tons of ability power damage. And not really much magic resist apart from the Runic Bulwark. I'm just going to have a quick pause here. Caitlyn picking up a Negatron Cloak. I'm guessing she's going to build either a Banshee's Veil or possibly a Quicksilver Sash. Greg Owens unfortunately disconnecting now, and he is disconnected straight away again. So hopefully this pause won't be too long.
Yeah, players just complaining a little bit about lag, obviously, as every now and then. So hopefully this one will be quick. I'd like to comment as well, with that Baron bait, they didn't actually start it for that team fight that we saw earlier on, but it's a really common play when you have vision advantage of the Baron and you know the enemy team wants to contest. You can pretend it like you're going to do it, then as you see them coming through your own vision wards, you then turn onto them, and Nautilus did a really good job of that, coming around the side and landing a dredge line onto Caitlyn. So the question will be, now that they have the Baron, are they going to start pushing these towers, or are they just going to try and keep catching people in the jungle like they have been?
I think, yeah, they're going to try and catch someone else in the jungle, then use that to their advantage to go in and pick up a few objectives, possibly even an inhibitor. That would be ideal situation. Pick up 3 or 4 kills, even if they have to sacrifice Greg Owens on that Karthus. But Miss Fortune will be the really aggressive one. She's got herself Guardian's Angel, and she'll just go in, die. They can use all their spells on top of Miss Fortune. She's got so much lifesteal as well from a fully stacked Bloodthirster. And yeah, so Dragon won't be too far away either. Zed's going to back in this pot lane.
Yeah, I don't think the Dragon is a big point in this game anymore. With about 37 minutes in, people generally up to their final builds. We're seeing the 6th item on Zed almost being realizable, looking to get that Black Cleaver to finish it off. And interestingly, Miss Fortune opting to go for the Guardian Angel first instead of the Last Whisper, which she is building up now, but an interesting choice nonetheless. Perhaps she's just going for, you know, the safer route. Make sure she has that second life, because she realizes that Karthus and Kayle already doing so much for the team. She just needs to survive to help push down these towers. Another pause though.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. It's gonna Greg's having some internet issues. Bear with us, guys. Won't be too long. But all members of Olympus did actually walk through a ward that was down in that bottom brush there in the top half of the river. So they guys over on One-Legged Bandits do know that Olympus are roaming around top, looking to try and get that last outer turret, and then, you know, they're already 5-3 in turrets. That's the last of the outer turrets before inhibitors are going to be taken.
Alright, so still having a bit of lag problems for, I think it's Karthus, so a bit unfortunate on that one. He's doing so well for his team. We'd hate to see this game end, but looks like Apotheosis Olympus definitely in a good spot to win this game now. 21-21 is the kill score, and only a 1,000 gold lead at the 37-minute mark. So on paper, that's really close. But the 5-tower lead is definitely a reflection on how much control they have of this game. They're winning the team fights, and One-Legged Bandits definitely scared, hobbling away from these fights and don't want to go in on them.
Yeah, for sure. And Caitlyn picking up a Quicksilver Sash. No, just a little bit of magic resist there, trying to help out. If she does get Dredgeline, she can Quicksilver Sash, QSS away from that one, as she has been caught out a few times now with the vision that Olympus have provided themselves. And like you said, that Baron bait doing wonders for them. The Oracles, oh wow, actually a knock-up now on Kennen.
So this could be the fight. They're going to back out. Nami Wave goes in, and the slingshot as well from Dak right there. Bullet time gets whiffed a little bit, barely doing any damage. Greg Owens needs to be careful here. There's going to be ulti and the Zhonya's to stop a lot of that damage from the death mark, but the ultimate from Soda doing a nice job slicing. Maelstrom gonna get everybody right there. The ultimate from Kayle down to Greg Owens. He's trying to not die here. Oh, he actually casted the Requiem because he thought he was going to go down, but no, he gets taken out. But it doesn't even matter because that is a 4 for 2 going in the favor of Olympus. They're going to push down this top tower. Rhapsody doesn't want to die, does heal nicely. Oh, Zed going to snipe him out from the side. The slingshot as well. His passive is down. No, sorry, the Bloblets do get formed. They have to kill those. Smite isn't available, but it doesn't matter. Going to be taken out. The top tower finally taken out for Olympus. That didn't go any way they expected right there, but the ace finally picked up.
Wow, that was huge for the guys on Olympus, and they were trying to take out a Misfortune at the end. She still had a Guardian's Angel up, so that would have been pretty much an ace regardless for Olympus. Zac and Zed falling very low, and then just re-engaging after the action had finished, and they're going to get themselves probably an inhibitor as well. Sona is up, but I don't think she's going to be able to accomplish much.
Yeah, I don't feel like Zac and Zed needed to commit as much as they did at the end there. Zed picked up the nice snipe kill from across the wall, tossing the shadow over, but then Zac jumping in was a bit suicidal. He did have his passive, but definitely was at low health, so a bit of a mistake there, I feel, from those players. It would have been good just to grab those kills and make sure that they kept their lives, didn't give away that extra gold. But back to a bit of a lull in the game now as these teams buy up some items and head back on out. An Oracle picked up on Nautilus.
Yeah, Nautilus be able to clear out some of that vision will help him out immensely. Also, I'd like to note there's good awareness from Misfortune and Nautilus to know that Zac's passive is probably up. You got this Zac running at you with bugger all health, as well as a Zed who was, I don't know, just under half health. They've gone, all right, let's not focus the Zac because he doesn't really do that much damage right now. He doesn't even have a Sunfire cape, so they've just gone, let's kill Zed. They've taken Zed down and then worried about Zac afterwards. So good awareness from the guys on Olympus for that one.
Alright, definitely. So much vision now on Olympus in this top side of the jungle. There we go, one ward just timed out, but there's about 6 or 7 more. A lot of them actually might be going down soon, so they're going to be replaced. Definitely looking to take out this open inhibitor in the top lane. It's free for the taking, and the mid lane with only 1 tower left. Sona has been spotted. The damage going down. Can they get her here? She got the flash over the wall. Good choice there, making sure they get taken out. Her ultimate really important in these fights for one-legged bandits.
It's going to be very difficult for them to turn around a team fight, especially with the huge amount of AoE that is over on Olympus. And they're up in top lane. Are we going to see just a base race? Possibly. I think that the guys from One-Legged Bandits will probably turn around trying and get that open inhibitor. But is it going to be too late, Place?
Oh, it could be. They could have came around from behind and forced a fight, but they're going to go in. The slingshot misses. He is in the fight now. He does have Let's Bounce available. Chooses not to use it. The bullet time going out, doing a bit of damage. Nami wave as well. MF in a bit of trouble here, about half health. Still has the GA though. So much damage onto Caitlyn right here. Kale murdering her down right there. Sona soon to follow, and that will be the triple kill. Yes, Kennen going to be taken out. 3 for nothing. Inhibitor going down. Are they going to push on for the Nexus? It could be, yes. The first turret at about half health going to be taken out. The Ace actually picked up from the Requiem as well. And that'll be the second Nexus turret. And the Nexus soon to follow. Good game to Apotheosis Olympus, taking the game versus One-Legged Bandits in this round of the ACL LoL online series.
So it looks like it's going to be Poachers versus Olympus in the grand final, I believe. Make sure you guys stick around for that one. That will be our best of 3. My name is Menace. I was joined by Place. Please stick around. It won't be too long before we are back with the grand final.
See you guys.